This is a game I bought in the Steam Summer Sale, and I recently remembered that I had actually bought it. I've been wanting to play it for a while. I first learned about it when John Ingold of Inkle mentioned that it was an inspiration for the game Heaven's Fall, which they're currently working on. So I've been wanting to check it out for a while. I have had a little play on it already. I'm not very good at puzzle games at the best of times, and I've found it a little hard going, but it's really immersive, and I'm not sure when this game was made. It must be from the 90s, maybe mid 90s, but I'm really impressed by the production quality, the animation style, and yeah, it's just really immersive. I want to persist with it. It's by Jordan Mechner, who is famous for creating Prince of Persia, and yeah, he's just a genius at game development, I think. So the quality is showing already from the small amount of this game that I've already played. I did see the film Murder on the Orient Express recently, and I don't know if that is a plot that's shared across many of the Orient Express stories that there have been. I mean, I think that was an Agatha Christie novel originally, so I don't know if this plot is the same or taking a spin on that plot, but either way, yeah, it's a great game. So let me just have a drink. In fact, let me just double check with the stream settings. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start a new game. I've got a couple on the go. I was finding it tricky to delete them actually. Are you sure you want to delete your save game? Oh no, it's working. I'm sure that wasn't working before. Yeah, just get rid of these. Nothing really happened. Well, nothing good happened to me anyway. Okay.
Mesdames et messieurs, votre attention s'il vous plaît. L'Orient Express à destination de Strasbourg, Munich, Vienne, Budapest, Belgrade, Sofia et Constantinople va partir. Les passagers sont priés de monter à bord des voitures. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The Orient Express is now leaving for Strasbourg, Munich, Vienna, Budapest, Belgrade, Sofia and Constantinople. All passengers should be on board.
En voiture, fermez les portières s'il vous plaît.
So there we are. Yeah, it boggles the mind how a game like this was made. The animation on the characters, it's almost like it was filmed and then had game graphics overlaid to get that realistic moving quality. I don't know much about filming techniques, but is that what rotoscoping is? I'm not sure. I've heard Jordan Mechner talk about rotoscoping in the past, so maybe this is another example of it. So, you are Robert Cath. You've just boarded the Orient Express in answer to an urgent summons from your old friend Tyler Whitney. Now you need to find him. And yeah, I just want to say that I am notoriously bad at puzzles in games like this, so expect lots of failure. I love the way the scenery's got whizzing past there. Just, yeah, you really feel like you're in the train with the sound and everything. Yeah, the only game I've played like this with a kind of first-person view, but with pre-rendered scenes, it's probably missed ages ago, and I do sometimes find them a bit confusing to detect which way I've turned. Yeah, I remember coming here before. There's nothing in here at the moment. I've only played about 5-10 minutes. You have the inventory. Yeah, whilst it works fine on a modern platform and through Steam, some of the user interface is a little... the user interface navigation at least is a little clunky, but that's just a sign of the times when it was made. So these tutorial prompts are very clear, and you know, I think a lot of modern games could learn from just having a clear tutorial system like this. Yeah, it's got the rewind advance icon, so you know, you could say foreshadowing what was done in Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, and the rewind feature is definitely something Inkle have embraced in their games, like Sorcery, where you can rewind the game to an earlier point. Quite a bold design choice. It's definitely got a feeling of Inkle's 80 Days as well. I imagine that was also inspired by this game. But yeah, I'm trying to... Ah, there we go, inventory. So there's quite a handy map of the train. So I'm in this car. I just went into this car a moment ago, which is a private car. I'm trying to find the person who summoned me, my friend Tyler. Oh, I need to be fairly quick about it, because as I found out last time, if you linger, bad things can happen. The inventory has got a few other bits and pieces in, but I should, I think I'll read them. No, let's read them now. It's just it's a newspaper clipping. Please search for Belfast murderer. So if you're watching this back, you can always pause the stream to read it. But basically, someone has fled from a murder in Ireland. The police are looking for them. I think this has something to do with my character. Yeah, this bit of the UI caught me out before. You can't, to get out of this screen and back to the game, you actually have to click at the bottom when the arrow turns downwards. There's also
Cath, I've come across something exceptional. More your line than mine. Depart Orient Express, 7 p.m. Friday, Garda Lest. You're the only one I can trust. Your pal, Tyler. P.S. Hope you're not still angry about what happened in Cuba.
So now is the first sleeping car.
Excuse me, monsieur, but this is the last sleeping car. If you are looking for the dining car, it is 2 cars forward.
I thought I'd just take a walk to the end of the train. There is another car after this one, isn't there?
Yes, but it is a private car. Je suis désolé, monsieur.
Voice acting was really top quality.
Ah, monsieur, excuse me. These compartments belong to the gentleman in number 4.
Servi dans le wagon-restaurant. Dinner is served in the restaurant car. Premier service. Le dîner est servi dans le wagon-restaurant. Dinner is served
Bonsoir, monsieur.
in the restaurant car.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Excuse me, can you tell me which compartment is Tyler Whitney's?
The American gentleman is in the first sleeping car.
That did confuse me a little last time. He says first sleeping car. Do you think in this one it's actually the second sleeping car compartment or what? The screen was hard to make out. Because all these sleeping cars are labelled with letters rather than numbers.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
See where these are.
Tyler.
Being able to pick up the body. That's where I came unstuck last time because I got covered in blood and it was school. I put the body out the window. Expecting this to there was a few stops and that's a bogging up to steam. Yeah, I got blood all over the place. Okay, go to the bathroom. See, this is where I get these confused. I get confused. Looking past the door to the corridor, that's the bathroom door. So to go in there, just didn't be able to do much. Okay, well last time I tried putting him out the window, so
Bonsoir, mon oncle.
Comment vas-tu?
Tout va très bien, monsieur. Ah, vous voulez dire monsieur Whitley? Il est resté sur le quai jusqu'à la dernière minute, puis il s'est installé dans son compartiment et je ne sais même pas de quoi il a l'air. En plus, je
Je
te
t'ai demandé de me raconter sa vie. Frappe à sa porte et dis-lui que je suis la fin au wagon-restaurant. Déjà depuis un bon moment. Il ne m'appelle pas mon nom.
Je suis désolé, mon oncle. Je veux dire monsieur. Pardonnez-moi.
À part ça, tout va bien.
Tout va bien. À part le voyageur du sel. Il a 4 heures qui me remplit de famille. Et Et dès que je passe dans le couloir, il me dévisage, comme si j'étais prêt à les violer.
C'est pas grave, non?
Bah, mon bâtard. C'est ce que tu as dit, c'était passager.
Ça, c'est le artefact. Ils sont très discrets.
Ouais, je ne crois pas.
Alors fais attention, d'accord?
Mais mon oncle, vous savez que je suis marié. Par contre, vous...
Je t'ai dit, tu as dit de pas m'appeler mon nom. Ça suffit, oui. On travaille.
Yeah, I was clicking on this seat and it was revolving. So. So now,
Excusez-moi, monsieur, c'est le conducteur.
this is cool.
Yes?
Excuse me, Monsieur Whitney. Herr Schmidt is waiting for you in the restaurant car. Shall I bring him a message?
I'll be right there.
Very good, monsieur.
Okay, that's cool. I didn't do that last time. I was hiding in the bathroom when they came last time. They eventually moved on. I went out into the corridor, blood on me, and obviously got apprehended. He said they went from the restaurant call. Stash them. Oh, yeah. Just about the body. Yes, I got the body on screen. Stash the body. Let's try this again.
Right away, monsieur. Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Pardon me?
Right away, monsieur.
انتوا بس عمالين تشتكوا احنا بنعملكم زي الملوك كمان مش عاجبكم.
ملوك دي اوحش رحله رحتها. ده الاورينت اكسبريس ومش قادرين ناكل. كنا نبقى احسن في الدرجه الثالثه في القطر الثالث. بعد السلطان دفع عن التذاكر الواحد يفتكر انه عايز
Got past the bit I was getting stuck out before. She's not
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Pardon me?
Excuse me.
When I played before, I came to the restaurant car first before I found Tyler's body. There were two women there speaking. So obviously Tyler's moving on by this point.
Excuse me.
Pardon me.
To see.
Le figue de bœuf jardinière.
Thank you.
Will there be anything else, madame? No? Bon appétit.
Mind if I join you?
That's bold. Is it customary in America to be so forward?
In certain circles, it's not unheard of.
I must have been moving in the wrong circles. I hope you find somewhere to sit.
A lot of the stuff is time dependent as well, so I'll just note.
Bonsoir, monsieur. We have a nice table for you here in the corner. If you will please follow me. Please, monsieur, have a seat.
It's like that. It's like, where the fire is there. Maybe it's on the menu. Oh, biographies. Oh, nice video sequences. That's always a nice thing to be able to look back on. Oh, cool. Tyler Whitney was his best friend. Yeah, and I am the one who is wanted for the murder in Ireland. It says here it was a misunderstanding. Tyler Whitney. Conductor Mertens. Conductor Kuder. Anna Wolf.
Соблюдала все заветы нашей церкви.
Ça sent mauvais.
Assieds-toi, François, et garde tes opinions pour toi.
Right, just give me a minute.
François,
Deuxième
assieds-toi
service.
tranquillement. Tu es au
Deuxième
restaurant
service,
maintenant, avec des
le
adultes,
dîner
et
est servi
j'exige
dans
que tu
le
te
wagon
comportes.
restaurant.
Claude, dites-lui que ça.
both monitors, but normally it only streams the left one. Let's see what happens. Just opened my channel on Twitch monitors, but normally it only streams the left one. Let's see what happens. Just opened my channel on Twitch monitors, but normally it only streams the left one. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's just streaming the right one. Right, okay.
Faut rentrer à la maison. Quand est-ce qu'on rentre?
Ne fais pas l'enfant. Tu sais que nous sommes en voyage pour 1 année peut-être, plus, puisque nous allons vivre avec ton père à
Тебе
Badan.
нравится это блюдо?
Pourquoi?
Parce que
По-моему,
ton
это
père va
замечательно.
travailler là-bas, dans la raffinerie de pétrole.
Pourquoi?
Claude, décrivez-nous l'endroit où nous allons. Je sais que François voudrait en savoir plus. Décrivez-nous un peu la ville.
La ville? J'en ai aucune idée. Je passe tout mon temps sur le chantier ou à inspecter le désert aux alentours.
Mais y a-t-il beaucoup de magasins et les écoles et notre maison et nos servantes?
Ces choses font partie de votre domaine, ma chère. Vous savez que ça m'importe peu.
Quand nous arriverons, il vous faudra me présenter aux femmes des autres ingénieurs.
Est-ce que nous monterons sur des chameaux dans le désert, papa?
Mais bien
sûr que
oui.
non, voyons.
Voilà, le Châteaubriand sauce béarnaise. Pour madame, bien cuit pour le jeune homme. Et pour vous, monsieur.
Merci.
Ce n'est pas ce que je voulais.
Mais si, c'est un steak. C'est exactement ce que tu as commandé.
Berk,
Merci, monsieur.
Bon appétit.
je suis allé tout au bout du train et j'ai vu une dame avec un serpent.
Ne raconte pas de bêtises, François.
C'était un énorme serpent. Il était enroulé autour d'elle. Il était très gros, aussi gros qu'un boa.
Claude, vous devriez vraiment lui dire quelque chose. Il invente toujours des histoires complètement folles.
L'imagination est très importante pour un homme de science. Beaucoup de grandes découvertes ont été mal comprises à cause du manque d'imagination d'un public ignorant.
Il n'a que 7 ans. Je doute qu'il fasse une découverte qui transforme le monde pendant ce voyage.
Je veux une crêpe avec de la sauce au chocolat.
Reste assis et mange.
The writing is really sharp. What games do you just sit down at the dinner table listening to conversation? Maybe the waiter's going to come and take me out.
Papa, est-ce qu'il y a des insectes dans le désert?
Ne dérange pas ton père, François.
Il y a des insectes partout, François. Vous devriez faire vos propres recherches avant de poser des questions. Avez-vous consulté votre livre?
Maman ne veut pas que je dise à table.
Reste tranquille. Tu n'es plus à la maison.
Excuse me.
Pardon me?
Have a good night. Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Pardon me.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Who is it?
It's like an RPG game. It's not going to let you go and explore every single room very well. So the conversation needs to see how they
Who is it?
Sorry, I can't keep these doors straight.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Excusez-moi, monsieur. Ah, Monsieur Whitney, excusez-moi. His Excellency wishes to receive you in his private car.
His Excellency.
Yes, monsieur. He's waiting for you.
Must be that guy in black suit. He's maybe waiting.
ايه انت بتعمل ايه هنا؟
I was just going to make the beds for the night, monsieur.
قلت لك سيبهم في حالهم يا غبي.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
انت اطرش. قلت لك امشي من هنا.
I'm very sorry, monsieur. I do not understand.
انا المسؤول عن المكان ده. بالنسبه لك هم مش موجودين خالص. فهمت؟
Excusez-moi,
تعال
monsieur.
وضب سريري يلا بسرعه.
Yes, monsieur.
ايوه كده. وخليك فاكر
Sorry.
انك تبعد
Can't keep
خالص
these
عن
doors
كل.
straight.
Yes, monsieur. I am sorry, monsieur. Have a pleasant night, monsieur.
Pardon me?
Who is it?
It's the conductor to make your bed, monsieur.
Wait a minute.
Hello. It seems I've been sent for by someone named His Excellency. That wouldn't be you, would it?
What an unexpected pleasure, Mr. Robert Cat.
Usually people call me Tyler Whitney.
You should take care when choosing a name for yourself. Names have power. The most primitive cultures understood this, but of course it will be as you prefer.
Not everyone has the luxury of choosing his own name, Mr.
Kronos. Whether you are Kath or Whitney is a matter of indifference to me. I am prepared to continue the discussions begun by my agent in Paris, provided that you have the peace of which you spoke.
Is Kronos your first name or your last name?
I have no time to continue these delightful discussions of names. I have brought with me a rather heavy briefcase. I would like to know now if the proposed exchange interests you, and if you are capable of completing it.
Not just at the moment, but I have hopes of being able to do so.
In that case, we have nothing further to discuss. I myself must leave the train in Vienna. In case we do not see each other again, I wish you a pleasant journey to Istanbul, and continued success in evading the British and French authorities. Have a pleasant evening, Mr. Kat. Kahina will show you out.
Mon Dieu!
The police arrested one of the passengers, an American without a ticket. Apparently he was a fugitive, something to do with the Irish troubles. Sophie was sorry to see him go.
That's the voice of one of the women in the dining car that I didn't encounter on this occasion. They must have spotted me at some point. That didn't make sense. Yes, I guess the body should have gone outside the window. So, I wonder if I had gone into my quarters, my cabin, and thrown the body out the window. I guess I would have got blood on the new jacket, then I would have had no jacket to disguise myself with. The body needs to go out of the window to begin with. Yeah, my character seems to know something about a briefcase, which I don't know anything about, which is interesting. So that keeps the player interested to see what that is about. And if I click replay...
What an unexpected pleasure, Mr. Robert Cat.
Usually people call me Tyler Whitney.
I need to go further back. I don't remember what time it would have been where I... Oh, excuse me. What time it would have been when I dealt with the body. Well, the train left at 7:15. Let's see what happens there.
Excuse me, can you tell me which compartment is Tyler Whitney's?
The American gentleman is in the first sleeping car.
Set the washing machine on a spin. have a piece of chocolate. Yeah, probably not play for too much longer. Some new headphones are decent, but I thought the cups on the ears were slightly bigger than the ones I used to have, but a similar size. I think I could do a size slightly bigger just because yeah, they tend to hurt my ears after a while. I'm feeling a bit tired today, it's my day off, but just tiredness catching up with me a little bit. Let's oh, I don't want to replay, do I? I want to continue.
Excuse me, can you tell me which compartment is Tyler Whitney's?
The American gentleman is in the first.
Choosing, expected to choose continue. Replay from when I found the body, I guess.
À part ça, tout va bien?
Tout va bien. À part le voyageur du 7, il a 4 compartiments remplis de femmes voilées. Et depuis qu'il passe dans le couloir, il me visage comme si j'étais prêt à les violer.
Tu sais qui c'est femme américaine, non?
Mahmoud Matka, c'est ce que dit la liste des passagers.
Ça, c'est le nom.
Sense of closeness between them. Sorry, Tyler.
Excusez-moi, monsieur, c'est le conducteur.
Yes?
Excuse me, Monsieur Whitney. Herr Schmidt is waiting for you in the restaurant car. Shall I bring him a message?
I'll be right there.
Very good, monsieur.
Je vous jure, les jeunes d'aujourd'hui, on se demande bien ce que ça deviendra plus tard.
François, viens ici. Arrête tout de suite. Excuse me. Pardonnez-moi, madame. Veux-tu cesser, s'il te plaît, ou je t'abandonne dans la prochaine gare allemande? Ça te plairait?
D'où vient ce sifflet?
Excuse me.
Pardon me.
Où, s'il te plaît? Ça. Pourquoi le caches-tu? Montre-le-moi. Non, je l'ai trouvé, il est à moi. C'est vraiment impossible. Tu peux le garder, mais à condition de ne plus siffler avec. Oh oui.
Yeah, now it says continue, which is what I would have expected.
J'ai vu un homme tirer par la fenêtre et il roulait à côté des rails.
Vraiment?
Oui, il a roulé et il était mort.
François, s'il te plaît, va jouer avec ton jouet.
Il est mort, il est mort, il est mort.
François, arrête de chanter, c'est désagréable.
Excuse me.
Tu veux pleurer? Eh bien pleure. Ta vie est tellement dure. Je suis une mère horrible qui te fait souffrir. Allez, allez,
Bonsoir,
coupe
monsieur.
ton chagrin. Tu n'es pas si malheureux. Allez, sèche-toi là. Allez, c'est fini. Non,
Excuse me?
Ah, Herr Whitney. You are different than I had imagined.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I ran across an old friend.
One does have the most unexpected encounters on trains. Shall we get down to business? Have you brought the gold? First you kept me waiting, now you don't answer me. I have kept my half of the bargain. If something has gone wrong, I would like to know it.
Nothing has gone wrong.
I'm glad. I trust that you will not mind if I asked to see the gold.
I trust you won't mind either if I ask to see what I'm buying.
To see it? But you know that is impossible. The merchandise will be put on the train at Munich. It is what we agreed.
Good. Then we're even. Herr Schmidt, it's been a pleasure. We'll talk again after Munich.
Seems so. Escape twice. I feel for the controls now. Navigation.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Those books that I was looking at before.
أخيرا حد جاي يخدمنا ما كانش لنا الحق ننده
Bonsoir, monsieur.
أما إيه كنا جعانين نعض بالبطاطين
انتوا بس عمالين تكتبوا
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Perhaps we have between a few cabins. It's a bit dodgy. Where's this sitting now? This car's going to be coming to clean, change the bed. Choose new.
Right away, monsieur.
Just stay. This was his out behind the strap record. That's if he comes in to change the bed.
dîner est servi dans le wagon-restaurant. Dinner is served in the restaurant car.
Excusez-moi, monsieur, c'est le conducteur.
Yes?
Monsieur Whitney, excusez-moi. His Excellency wishes to receive you in his private car. He is waiting for you.
No response, like you can tell me in the corridor. Because that last time I failed to meet Herr Schmidt, I thought His Excellency was Herr Schmidt. So usually I guess it's fine. But His Excellency, but I guess my quarters are going to get discovered. As I can explain away the blood.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Hello. It seems I've been sent for by someone named His Excellency. That wouldn't be you, would it?
What an unexpected pleasure, Mr. Robert Capp.
Usually people call me Tyler Whitney.
You should take care when choosing a name for yourself. Names have power. The most primitive cultures understood this, but of course it will be as you prefer.
Not everyone has the luxury of choosing his own name, Mr.
Kronos. Whether you are Cath or Whitney is a matter of indifference to me. I am prepared to continue the discussions begun by my agent in Paris, provided that you have the peace of which you spoke.
Is Kronos your first name or your last name?
I have no time to continue these delightful discussions of names. I have brought with me a rather heavy briefcase. I would like to know now if the proposed exchange interests you, and if you are capable of completing it.
Not just at the moment, but I have hopes of being able to do so.
In that case, we have nothing further to discuss. I myself must leave the train in Vienna. In case we do not see each other again, I wish you a pleasant journey to Istanbul and continued success in evading the British and French authorities. Have a pleasant evening, Mr. K. Kahina will show you out.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Pardon me?
Have a good night. Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Уже отужинали, мы можем идти? Позвольте мне помочь тебе. Осторожно. Вот так.
Just watching characters and they're not speaking, they still believe in the universe, they don't need to have endless variations of characters, it's completely just you can't feel like just can't quite hear them. They speak to that lady.
Mind if I join you?
That's bold. Is it customary in America to be so forward?
In certain circles, it's not unheard of.
I must have been moving in the wrong circles. I hope you find somewhere to sit.
Slow down because it's not
Василий Александрович.
Дедушка?
Василий Александрович, меня зовут Алексей Дольников. Вы, кажется, знавали моего батюшку.
Да, знавал я одного Дольникова, Петра Николаевича. Хороший был человек, набожный. Сын у него был. Опозорил и отца, и всю семью свою. Пойдем, внученька. Устал я малость.
Василий Александрович, how many thousands have you condemned to prison and torture in the name of your piety? Или вы счет потеряли?
Excuse me, Fräulein Wolf.
Pardon me? Pardon me?
Remember me, Miss August Schmidt.
But I do remember you. It was at Mrs. Lauder's in London, wasn't it?
Yes, you played Brahms' violin concerto.
How lovely of you to remember. And you were with an English woman. Was she your wife?
Yes, that is, Miss Wolf. May I present my colleague from America, Mr. Tyler Whitney? Herr Whitney? Miss Anna Wolf.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the name.
Tyler Whitney. Have we met before?
I seem to remember hearing of a Mr. Whitney years ago in New York. You were trying to raise money to start a revolution in Cuba, isn't that right?
Mexico, and it wasn't me. It must have been someplace else that we met.
Herr Whitney is well known as a champion of freedom and justice in countries other than his own. But please, don't let us interrupt your dinner.
Not at all. You're both very kind. One does get so bored on these long journeys. Good evening.
A beautiful woman.
Is she?
And a brilliant performer. To look at her, you would never think she was Jewish. Until Munich, sir.
Pardon, monsieur.
Pardon me.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Who are you?
This is my compartment. Who are you?
This is Tyler Whitney's compartment. Where is Tyler? Убийца!
What icons? I didn't see any icons. Got stabbed. Am I missing something? So the cursor changes to an arrow and then you have to click it, so... I thought you were meant to time it with the actions, but maybe not. You seem to be able to move when you don't have to move, so you're dodging early. Changes to a hand at some point as if you're able to it's almost like a counter attack. possible, I guess. So you can put yourself in a bad position.
As I was about to say, I didn't kill him.
Who are you?
My name is Robert Cath.
So you are Cath? Tyler spoke of you. He was afraid you were angry with him.
He shouldn't have worried. That was a long time ago. You better tell me what's going on. Tyler had a meeting with someone named August Schmidt. What was that about?
Where's the gold?
What gold? I saw a wooden box in a hell of a mess.
Then we are lost. How can I tell this to the general? Oh, I must tell to the others.
What general? What were you and Tyler mixed up in?
You must tell no one about this. No one.
Not even the train conductor?
You've been warned. Sinaruka, the Black Hand.
Chapter 1 done. Epernay, that's how you say that, to Strasbourg. You've probably taken on your dead friend Tyler's identity to unmask his murderer and evade the police. Don't count on sleeping well tonight. Ooh, I think that's a good place to leave it. So,